Yeah, so this is a CDISC SDTM adamant efficient programming to generate the tables listings figures by using SAS. So I think you people have done your base and advanced SAS. Some people may join this course for already they are working and they want to brush up their knowledge and they want to improve the technical skill like that. So here, this is a completely oncology related project I am going to explain in upcoming sessions. Okay, so completely oncology. Why oncology means nowadays most of the companies, almost all companies are handling the oncology related projects and oncology little bit tough compared to the other therapeutic areas in the SAS programming perspective. So that is why if we learn the oncology related stuff, it is easy to get into the industry and you can survive more time in the industry with the oncology project related knowledge. Okay. So that is why, so I am going to explaining the complete core oncology related clinical project in upcoming sessions. Okay. So oncology is nothing but it deals with the cancer related drug. Okay. So coming to my introduction, my name is Shiva Ravirindra. I am working as a independent programmer as a principal statistical programmer role in one company. So I have around 15 years of clinical SAS programming experience. Almost all worked on most of the companies like Novartis, TCS, and CTS, and so BMS, other companies too. And I am working with this great online team from last 5 years, and I have trained so many batches with the different types of therapeutic areas related projects, and some students are placed already and they're working and they're still in touching with me. Okay, so this class agenda is, so I'm going to show introduction and how the project folder and what is the flow of the project and what is our plan in upcoming days. So how I planned these training sessions will show in this class. So once you done this training, for example, after 45 to 46 days of training, so you people with this knowledge, you prepared one resume and apply to almost all companies are, so your referrals. And once you uh, face the interview, so you crack the interview with this knowledge, that is sure. And once you receive an offer letter, so you, for example, you receive an offer letter from one of the company. So for example, Seniors is the company. You received the offer letter from the Seniors people, and whenever your actual job work started, daily you have to swipe your access card to the company door so that attendance will register. So almost all companies they are following in this way. So they have given one access card to open the your entry of the company door. So whenever you swipe, that swipe access card will that will record your attendance. And once you entered into the company, so you are a statistical programmer and you are allotted to one queue. In that cube, so they will allotted one desktop and laptop and phone, etc. things they will provide you. So for example, you joined in the seniors company. So seniors HR and IT team, they will provide you the credentials like username and password to enter the seniors laptop. Okay, on the day one itself, they will provide you the username and password to access the seniors laptop. Once you entered this laptop, so you are not able to see any SaaS project immediate itself in the Seniors because Seniors is a CRO. That CRO people are going to support so many clients. Okay, CRO people like they supported Novartis, Roche, BMS, and Amgen. So many clients they are supporting. So once you entered into the Seniors laptop, their SOPs and their rules and their HR policies, their induction, etc. was done. 1 week later, your seniors manager will inform to the client, okay, which client they are supporting. For example, Roche client they are supporting. So they will inform to the Roche point of contact and they will tell. So one resource was joined in my company. So please assign the or please provide the access to the study related folder and give me the access for the desktop entry. Okay. So what they once they mail, so they will provide you the one bridge between your CRO to the client, that is called Citrix app and other apps also there, to connect virtual desktop to your CRO to that client. So the client was provided some username and password and giving the access to some project folder. So once you entered your credentials, so you are able to open the virtual desktop of the client. So if you are directly joined in the client company, so directly you can open and see the projects itself. But if you are joined in the CRO company, you need to use some bridge and like Citrixen, and you can access the virtual desktop of the client, and you can see the SAS related stuff and project related stuff. So all projects you can able to see, but you can't access all the projects because the client was recruited you to get or to do the work of particular project. That project only they will give read and write access to you. So this is our project folder. So in that project folder, your team manager or your team lead or project lead, so they maintain one tracker sheet to allocate the project related work in one of the folder. So they will tell you where the tracker sheet was maintained. So you can go and check the tracker sheet. In the tracker sheet, they will assign your work in the tracker. So here in the tracker, my name is Shiva. So at the assign, this listing has to done some particular deadline they given. So in the deadline, so you can plan. So one day itself you can complete and the remaining days you can take relax. That is also fine. But they will give according to the complexity of the work. So they will assign to the programmer, like junior programmer they will have some easy programs, some senior programmers they will have complex programs. Okay, like that they will assign the work. Yeah, so we have to plan that one and we can do the daily task. So go to the office, access the senior's laptop, connect to the roast client and check the work, and you have to do that work. Okay. So what is the general flow of the work as a statistical programmer? Okay. So for example, one clinical trial is ongoing. So clinical trial is ongoing. The doctors are treating the patients with their new drug. Okay. And they will write some information on the papers. We can call it as case report forms, CRF. Okay. So daily they will monitor the patients and they will write in the form called paper CRF. Okay, case report form. That CRF data of each subject they will send to the department called Clinical Data Management, called CDM department. That CDM department, some persons they will enter the paper CRF information into the database and create the data set called raw SAS data set. Okay, so they will maintain some what so they will maintain some softwares and they will enter all the data into the database related software and create the data set called raw data sets. Up to raw data sets, as a statistical programmer, we are not involved. Okay, once the raw data set was done, so the programmers are placed all the raw data sets into one folder called raw data set folders. Okay, here you can see, so here one folder we can call raw data set. In this, all the raw data set they were stored and they will inform to the SAS programming team the raw data sets were ready. You can access the raw data set from this folder. So as a statistical programmer, what we do? So we have to access this raw data set like this. Okay. So whenever you start your programming, so you have to access the raw data set by writing the libname statement. Simply how to get that raw data set into the SAS environment. So you can simply raw data set library and just give that path to access into our raw library. Okay, all the raw data sets are there. We are going to start working on the raw data set. Okay. So raw data sets, once the raw data set was done, so we can access and starts the programming of SDTM. Okay. So in the raw data set, as a SAS programmer, what we need to observe. So what is case report form? So how the information they collected, any data extraction process is there to access the raw data set as per the client requirement we do. But other than that one, we are not writing any programming in the raw data set. So once the raw data set run, so as per the CDISC rule, we have to create the data set called SDTM, Study Data Tabulation Model Data Set we need to create. So for that purpose, what we do? So we have to understand the ECRF, electronic CRF, and understand the implementation guide of 3.3 version which we used for the studies, and how to write the specification development, and how to write the SAS programming, and how to validate the data set. These are the areas as a statistical programmer we need to be involved. So we'll see each and everything in depth in upcoming session, just giving the overview about what are the roles as a statistical programmer you do. So once the star SDTM dataset was ready by using the raw dataset, we created the dataset called ADAM, Analysis Data Model Datasets. So by using the SDTM dataset. In this ADAM dataset creation, so we have to understand the implementation guide, write the specification file, write the programming, and do the QC. Once the ADAM dataset was ready, we have to create the tables, listings, figures by statistician prepare the shells. We can see that shells, and we have to write the programming, and we have to generate the TFLs by with the data of Adam, and do the QC, and validated that one. So this is the areas as a statistical programmer involvement: SDTM, Adam, and TFL. Some companies how it is, TFL is a separate department, Adam is a separate department, SDTM is a separate department. But nowadays company is looking for who know the entire work, who are involving in the SDTM, ADAM, and TFL. They are mainly focused because they don't know which type of work they may get from the client. So that is why I am going to teach SDTM, ADAM, and TFL entire end to end, so that your resume should be weighted, and whenever the any type of requirement there from any company, so you can fit to that requirement. Okay. So this course I planned around 42 to 44 days of course, from the Monday to Saturday, around 6 to 7 weeks it will take. It completely related to the oncology. So in this I'll cover 9 listings, 9 tables, 5 types of figures, 6 types of Adams, 7 types of SGTM dataset. At last classes we'll take a mock interviews and resume preparations, and how to crack the interview tips and tricks I'll discuss. So this is the complete entire plan in detail, like which day I'm going to cover which topic. So first I will starts with the listing, something easy. Next tables, next figure, next Adam data sets, next SGTM. At last, so the useful topics like Pinnacle 21, define that, validation, and the mock interview. Okay, here you can see these are the listings, around 9 listings, and this in this tables also you can see 6 is the safety related table, 3 tables are efficacy related table. Nowadays, industry is looking who are having the efficacy knowledge along with the safety, and these are all the efficacy related figures, and the data sets also 3 data sets related to the safety, 3 data sets are correlated to oncology efficacy. And here you can see HDTM domains also. Some are safety and some are the efficacy related. Efficacy is nothing but something like complex and probability related, some endpoint related information containing data set. Okay. So it will start today demo class, and so the timings like this slot only available like 5:30 to 7 p.m. Indian time. So you can convert your into your time zone. So along with I will, once the class was completed, we'll discuss daily 5 interview questions, explain, so that 40 into 5 around 200 questions you may get the interview knowledge along with the project knowledge. This course is mainly defined who are fresher, they completed base and advanced and looking for the clinical project, and up to 5 plus already working and lack on the knowledge and the oncology related studies. It is very much helpful. So for a SaaS installation, fee details, share code access, material access, you may contact this number. They will guide you. So this is my mail ID. Whenever I give some homeworks, you have to send that homework related answers to my mail ID. So this is the great online team website. You can find all the information in that website. Okay. So you can also see, yeah. So figures and Adams and SDTM. And last classes around 42 classes I planned. It may know one or two extra or one or two maybe added, like that is why 42 to 44 days of course, Monday to Friday. So Monday to Friday evening 5:30 to 7 o'clock. Based on the topic, some topics may take only 1 hour, some topics may take 1.5 hour. Okay, so topic wise take the class. Okay, for example, this listing I am taking, it will take hardly half an hour. Then I will discuss the remaining half an hour, like 5 interview questions. Okay, this is for demo class. So you people having any doubts, you can unmute and ask me one by one.